Hi guys, welcome to Code Bashers. Guys, in this video, I will be discussing the Cognizant Gen Z interview experience. And this interview experience is our selected candidate. So guys, do not miss any of these questions because in this video, the questions have been asked from DBMS. Query part has also been implemented in the interview as well as the questions have been asked from Python language also. So kindly do not miss any of these questions and watch the video till the end. Guys, if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe it as well as join my Telegram groups also. I am posting regular updates on different companies which are hiring as well as the questions which are getting asked in them. And guys, this is the 13th Cognizant Gen Z interview experience that I am posting on this channel. The rest of the interview experience you can find under this playlist. I will give the link of this playlist in the I button or in the description box. Kindly visit this playlist and make sure to watch all these videos because the Cognizant Gen Z off-campus interviews are coming up and these videos will be really helpful for you. So guys, now let's start this video, and before starting the video, please hit the like button as well as the subscribe button for this channel. Okay, so guys, there is a quick update on Relevel app. Relevel has launched its apps for both iOS as well as Android devices. You can simply download the app from the Google Play Store and you will have to click open, and once you will have to log in using your number. And once you are logged in, then you will have an interface like this. Using this app, you can book your free test slot for the Relevel tests that are happening for different domains. There are business development test, front-end development test, back-end development test, business analyst test and data analytics test. You can choose as per your preference, and once you choose a particular desired test, under that section you can find the brochure that what all things will be coming in that exam and how you will have to prepare them, and under that only you can find a button for book your free slot, and using that button you can pick up your slot that on which day you will have to give the exam. While booking your free test, if you face any errors, then there is an help section on this app for your queries. Okay, so guys, the date of the interview was 20th September 2021. The branch of my friend was CSC. The duration of the entire interview was 25 minutes. The first question of the interview was, as you all know, will be tell me about yourself. And guys, kindly include only those things in which you are comfortable in and you can answer. Please include your skills, your project, you can include your internships also, but do not include any of those things in which you are not comfortable in, because there can be questions which can be asked from the tell me about yourself section and you won't be able to answer. Then it will be a very bad impression on the interviewer. So kindly include only those questions in which you are comfortable in. Okay, now the next 3 to 4 questions were to write the query. So the interviewer did not waste any time and he asked directly to write the certain queries. So first of all, the query was write a query to fetch all the names whose marks are in the range 70 to 90 and from the course CSC. So we are given a table and we have to write the query we have to fetch the names of those students in which their marks are in the range of 70 to 90 and they belong to CSC. So for your reference, this is the query that you will have to write. That is, select names from table name where marks is greater than equivalent to 70 and marks are less than equivalent to 90 and the course is CSC. So this is the query for this question. I hope this is clear to you. You can take the screenshot for the same. Now, the next query was you have to find you have to fetch the top 5 students from the above query. So after executing this query, we got certain names of the student, but we want only top 5 students from the query. Now the top 5 students will be, the first query will be the first query will remain same, and in the end what we have to do, we have to set a limit is equal to 5. That is, we have to display only 5 rows, starting 5 rows, or you can say the top 5 students we have to display. So I hope this query is also clear to you. Next query was sort the names in descending order in the above query. So after this we have got 5 names. Now we have to sort their names in descending order. Now for sorting purpose, what we use we use order by clause, and after order by clause we have to write the name of the column by which we have to sort, and by default it is ascending, but to sort in descending order we will have to write a keyword called DESC. So this is the query for this particular question. So I hope this is clear to you. I hope you have taken the screenshot and then now things are clear to you. Okay, now the next question from the next question was from DBMS only, that is, what is the difference between union and union all? So first of all, union all combines the result of 2 queries and doesn't remove duplicate rows and doesn't sort by first column. So first of all, let's just see first what is union. We know union combines the result of 2 queries and removes the duplicate rows and sort the result by the first column. So in in childhood also we have studied what are union, intersection and different things we have studied. Union means that we have to combine two sets, and what does a simple union do? It combines two sets and then it removes the duplicate values. But in union all what happens? Union all combines the result of two queries and doesn't remove the duplicate rows. And one more thing is there, the union sorts the result by first column, but union all does not sort the result by first column. So I hope these two differences are clear to you. The major difference was that it removes union all does not remove duplicate rows, but union removes duplicate rows. So I hope this is clear to you. Okay, now there are around 6 to 7 questions from Python, and the DBMS part is over. Now there will be certain questions on Python. First question is that what is the difference between list and tuple? So guys, if you are following my videos for different interview experiences, this is the basic Python question that will be definitely asked from you. That is, what is the difference between list and tuple? So first of all, lists are mutable. That is, once we have declared the list, we can change the elements inside that list. But another thing in tuple is that tuples are immutable. That is, once we have inserted the elements inside a tuple, we cannot change those elements. Now, the next major difference is that list consume more memory as compared to tuple. So again, this is another major difference between list and tuple. And guys, whenever a difference is asked in an interview, please try to give at least 2 points of difference between two entities that are asked. So I hope this question is clear to you. Now, next is you have to write a program to modify the elements in tuple where the tuple is this is 1 2 3, and we have to output the new tuple that is 1 2 5. Then how we will do this question? Now many of you will say that this is a tuple. What we'll do, we will access this element and we will change it to 5. But as I have told you earlier that tuples are immutable, so we cannot change any value inside a tuple. So how we will do it? So for your reference only, I have written this code. What we will do, this is a tuple. Now first of all, we will convert this tuple into a list. Now lists are mutable, that is, we can change any of the elements of list by accessing their indexes. So now once we have modified the list, now our new list is formed where instead of 3 there is 5. Now this is a list. Now again we will typecast that list into a tuple. Now this has become a tuple, and in the end what we'll do, we'll simply print A. This is a tuple. So I hope this question is clear to you. This was just a, you can say, a practical approach of the immutable and mutable thing for tuple. So I hope this thing is clear to you. Now the next question was, write a program to find all primes in the range of 20 to 40. Now guys, if you are giving the interview of Cognizant, then there are 3 to 4 questions, coding questions, which they repeat in interviews. First is Fibonacci number, reverse an array, prime numbers in the given range, and there are 2 to 3 questions more. All of these, if you want me to make these videos, then I will definitely make them, because there are certain coding questions which definitely get repeated in the interviews. So for this particular question, we have to find all the prime numbers in the given range, and I will give this link in the description box. You can visit that link and see for yourself that how this code works. I hope this question is clear to you. Now next is, what do you know about NumPy and Pandas? So NumPy and Pandas are the libraries of Python. So again, NumPy is used to deal with the numbers, as well Pandas is used to deal with the, you can say, data frames that we use in machine learning. So first of all, NumPy module works with numerical data, whereas Pandas module work with tabular data, that I have told you, data frames. Okay. Now Pandas, again, there are many tools inside Pandas that are like data frames are there. In NumPy has a powerful tool like arrays. In NumPy, arrays are very fast, and I hope you know that what are arrays. So again, you have to give at least 2 differences between these two entities in the interview whenever a difference is asked. Now one more difference is that Pandas consume less large memory, whereas NumPy consumes less memory, and NumPys are faster than Pandas. So I hope this difference is again clear to you. Okay. Now the next question is does Python supports main method like Java, C or C++? Because we know that if we have coded in any of these language, we first have to define the main method. But in Python, we generally do not define main method. But the question here is, does Python supports main method? So guys, please, I want you guys to answer this question. Please write your answer in the comment section and give your answer, justify your answer, that why does Python supports, or does Python does not support main method, and why so. So kindly give your answer as well as your justification in the description box, that is it possible or not? So I hope this question is also clear to you. Now last question of this video is, what is overriding? Now guys, overriding here means method overriding. So whenever an inheritance takes place and we define a method in a child class, with the name which is already present in the parent class, this is known as overriding. Because now when we will call using the child object, when we will call the child method, then the method with the same signature that is present in the child class will be called, but the method with the same signature in the parent class will not get called. This is known as what is method overriding. So I hope this question is also clear to you, and this was the last question of this video. So you can see that in this particular video, the question related to DBMS SQL queries were asked, as well as the Python related questions were also asked. And guys, if you want more such videos in Cognizant Gen Z interview experience, kindly like this video and comment down that yes, you want these type of videos. And guys, thank you for watching it, and kindly show your support towards channel by subscribing it. So guys, thank you for watching the video.